You got to feel for those folks. Cleanup and recovery efforts do continue at this hour across portions of Louisiana that are devastated by Hurricane Ida. And crews from our area also there assisting right now. In fact, let's bring in 4029's Robert Suhr. He's joining us live tonight with an update on how they're doing. Hey, Robert.
Paige, good evening to you. With Hurricane Ida finally in the rearview mirror for the hundreds of thousands of people impacted by the storm over the weekend, the long, arduous task of cleanup is finally underway. Ida has come and gone. The severe wind and rain replaced with heat and humidity. Everywhere you look, damage paints the landscape. But hopefully not for long, as thousands of volunteers, power crews, and others have flooded their way into the region like a storm surge, offering their assistance. Like Task Force 1 out of Fayetteville. They're in Hammond, Louisiana, where it's not flooding, but wind damage they're dealing with.
We are seeing something that's a little bit odd or different to us is just the wind damage that occurred during this hurricane. Wind damage is just devastating to this area. I mean, if it was above ground and it was rooted in the ground, such as a tree or any of that, it's been pushed over by the wind.
He adds the wind damage is so great that it could be quite some time before power is restored. Also spread across Louisiana are close to 24 crews from the Arkansas branch of the Red Cross, offering their support.
These individuals specifically will be able to help out in the transport of food, of emergency supply items, goods, and just a multitude of things in their emergency response vehicles. They've all been trained to help out in disasters, such as what's going on in the state of Louisiana at this moment.
He adds Red Cross crews are also dealing with the deadly flooding in Tennessee as well as the western wildfires. Meanwhile, Watts tells me the kindness and love they've received from some who've lost nearly everything is something he'll never forget.
You wouldn't believe how many people, it's a terrible day in their life. I mean, this is just a bad incident, right? And they're inviting you into their homes and they're saying, hey, this evening I'm going to fix a pot of jambalaya. Would you mind coming back? I mean, you can truly tell that these folks have experienced some devastation and they just need a loving and caring hand in their life right now.
Now, guys, there is a little bit of good news out of this. Now, Willie tells me that members and the whole Task Force 1 may actually be able to come back possibly as early as this weekend because a lot of the services they provide, such as urgent rescues from people trapped in their homes from tree damage or items like that, they're just simply running out of those types of rescues to perform. So they may be back by this weekend. But for the others down there helping out, such as the Red Cross and other charitable organizations, they most likely still have weeks of work left to do. Live in Benton County, Robert Suhr, 4029 News.
Yeah, thanks for shedding light on that, Robert.